Hi, I'm Jeff Ward, AMJ instructor team member. We've padded the lip and now we need to rappel down to my person in the hole because we can't get contact. I need to make sure that there's no medical issues down there that need to be addressed. So I have my friction hitch already on the rope. I'm just going to put an extension on and rappel down to the person. The end of the rope is tied into me, so we have a closed system. I just need to make sure I have a secure rappel with a backup. So I have a double link sling here. I'm just gonna basket that into my tie-in points. Put a knot in there. That should give me enough extension for my rappel. And we're locked through. I have enough friction there. The system is closed because it's tied to me. So now I can take out this little blocker knot and rappel down to the person in the crevasse. I'm going to be careful about setting this over here. That'll keep it from digging in. Once I get to this elevation, I'm going to just put a little catastrophe knot in here just in case that friction hitch slips, but it should be good. I can do any sort of medical treatment I need to do, pulling her over to me. When I'm ready to haul, I'm going to take a locker. Emily, can you clip that to your belay loop, please? And lock it. Nice, so that looks good. We're set up with our drop C. And now I need to climb out of here. First thing I need to do is flip this belay device into auto locking mode and clip it to my harness. The way I do that is I'll put a locker on the ear here. Next, I'm going to stick a friction hitch above the belay device. And this is a pretty skinny rope, so I need to make sure I have enough wraps. So I'll test that real quick. That feels good. I'll extend that. This is going to be my leg loop. Double length sling often works well for that. I can just girth that if I needed to save carabiners. With this system, I really like to also put a carabiner in here, and this is going to help with the redirect of the rope. So the way it'll work is carefully place my foot in there. Make sure that's holding. Yeah, that looks good. Now I'm going to stand up and clip this locker into my belay loop and sit back down. Now I have a foot loop here and something clipped to my harness there. Next thing I want to do is figure out some way to back up this system. One way to do that is to put a locker on my harness and clip either a bite knot or a clove into that locker. And things are getting a little messy right now, but I'll be able to clean them up in just a second. Okay, now my system's backed up. I can take this blocking knot out. I can take this friction hitch off. This was my third hand on the way down, the backup to my rappel. But I'm going to leave my original extension on there. That's not really getting in the way, and this carabiner here is quite critical, so I'm going to just keep that locked. So now I can slide up my foot, slide it up as high as I can, and then as I stand up I get a little 3-to-1, and then I can sit back down. So slide that up, pull and stand, slide that up, Pull and stand. And all the way up. Eventually, I'm going to have generated a bit of slack in my system, and I'm going to want to take that slack out of this clove hitch. I'll just pull on that, inch it through, give myself a little slack so I still have enough throw. Once I get near the lip, that's often where it's the hardest. I'll take, if I can get my feet on the wall, I'll take my feet out of the foot loop and just press off the wall. But I'll still be using that loop to help pull my waist. And the more I can press away from the wall, you can see the more it brings this rope that I'm ascending out, and the easier it is to get past the lip here. And eventually I'll be able to pull over and move away from the lip. There are a bunch of ways to ascend the rope. That was just one of them. Check out our other videos to see other methods for rope ascension.